it's me, Jen. I am back. It's been so long. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy couple months. Wow, my kids are finally out of school, and we were super sick the last 2 months, and I still have like a sinus infection thing going on. It's been crazy. My daughter had to go to the hospital, and it's just been a mess. So I'm trying to catch up. And luckily, I finished my May journal, and I'm going to go through that with you today. And I'm also going to go through my new collage sheets for the month of June that are available on my Patreon. And I actually adore how they came out, and I was kind of worried as I was creating them on my iPad. The colors looked a little dull, but on my printer they came out pretty good, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to go through that today. If you're new here, again, my name is Jen, and I make videos about journaling. And I think right now the point of my channel is to go through different journaling structures, different builds of journals. And that's what I'm doing now. And I do have a few videos, if you can go back in the catalog, of making inexpensive art supplies and ephemera and things like that, and especially some things you can get from the Dollar Tree. So right now I'm just going to share different journaling techniques that I've come up with, and do journal flips and create a journal with me kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing now. And if you like that sort of thing, please consider subscribing. And I love to chat with you guys, and I just love the community. So welcome. Okay, first up, I'm going to go through my printables for this month. And again, this is on my Patreon, and the link will be provided in the description. And this month's theme was a little bit of summer stuff. So I have a alien, you know, I've been on the alien kick. I have an alien girl that I created into an ice cream cone, and she has little hair curls that are like also representing drips of ice cream, and her face and neck is a cone, a waffle cone. Yeah, the face looks a little too pale for me. I think next time I would have made it a little darker to I don't know, not look like flesh. But yeah, it's supposed to resemble like those waffle cones that you can get at the store. You know, the cheap ones to make ice cream cones out of. And her antennae are made out of little cherries with long stems on them. So I made those into tags. I made a really large one and then a smaller one, just depending on what your needs are. I think this would be a really cute tip-in, or you could use this and print out too and make a little mini tag journal. And then I just added her by herself as a die cut, and then put her on like a faux button or faux sticker kind of thing. And I made up an event called the Ice Cream Social, Roswell, New Mexico. So I just thought that was kind of cute and funny. And the next page, I have these umbrella tops. If you were to look on top, like a overhead view onto an umbrella, I made a few of these designs. I think I should probably enlarge these and offer these bigger, like they would be like a doily shape. Maybe I can do that and just add that as an extra. Yeah, and so I made this one too. And then I used this umbrella and put that into a pattern. And so I made it into a little journaling card here. And then I have a whole page of this later on. And I took some of the elements from that umbrella and made a border for this little journaling card. So I tried with this kit to make a lot more journaling supplies as opposed to just like single die cuts. And this was a funny idea I came up with for a star that is dating a starfish. My whole idea is you know, the alien girls coming down to Earth and enjoying the things that we might take for granted. So the little star girl is included in that, and she's got a sweet swimsuit with the planet on it. And her starfish bow has little swim trunks with shells on them, and he's drinking a pink lemonade. And she's they're laying on these cute beach towels, and we have some waves with foam here. And then I took that towel and enlarged it a little bit to make like a label piece for you. And the stars can be used as little die cuts, and then just made this little art print smaller. So these can be journaling cards as well. And this is part of a larger pattern that I made. You'll see it in a minute, but I just took away some of the elements just to make something more neutral. So this can be used as a journaling card as well. And here I drew a really cute rainbow element, and I put some pattern within the rainbows, and it includes these flying saucers, flowers, and stars. And I thought it looked so good against black that I offered little die cuts against a black background. And here I do have a larger page of this pattern, and it's on like a beige neutral background. But I shrunk them down on this page to create little journaling cards there. And I made a large skate die cut and used this to make like a border for a little label. So it's got like yellow flowers, and then this one is blank. So you can just cut it out, and this has more contrast. You can see it a little more. And so then we have this page. I guess I'm kind of going backwards, but here's the element by itself, and this is with the label larger. This would be a journaling card or a label. This is meant to be kind of like a miniature card. So once you cut that out, you should be able to fold it like perfectly in half. You could use it as a gift card or like a little piece of mail for Happy Mail, or you can use it as like a flip out, you know, for your junk journal. And here I made it into a journaling card, so you can cut that out and have that. You can do writing like on the back. And same with that. And I also included pattern pages in this kit. So you can cut it out as collage. You can cut this in half and make it into a binder ring journal, which is what I plan to do. You can fold it in half to make a journal page, and you can just print on both sides if you want to do that in your journal. And here's another pattern page made out of those umbrella tops I made. And I thought it was so cute because it kind of makes like a tiled design, Moroccan, I guess, kind of. And I really loved how it came out. You can see different shapes depending on like how you're looking at it. And this is a bigger pattern page of the roller skates. And this is a big page of that little journal card. Again, you can fold it in half, or you can cut it in half. And here's a bigger page of one of the patterns. You can do all sorts of stuff with that. Here's another large page of a sun element I created. And here's that rainbow one. I don't know, this might be my favorite page. It's so cute. I love it. You can fold it like that. It's very happy. And this is a little pattern that I created on a alien girl's dress, and I just enlarged it to make a pattern page. It's lost a little bit of resolution on it just because I drew it small and then enlarged it, but I still love it. I also made weekday little elements with some stars, so you can cut those out. And then these are my numbers for the dates. My printer kind of messed up and made these lines, so I gotta reconfigure my printer, but those are available for you. And this is a smaller folk pattern. It looks a lot better and better resolution, and it's a nice journaling card. And I just made this towel a little bigger for a label. And I made this a whole piece based on like body positivity, and made her a larger but beautiful body. And she's an alien. She's saying hi to her friend up there, and she has cute little bracelets like beachy bracelets. I love it. So I have her by herself, and then I added a sentiment, wear your swimsuit. Yeah, because that's something I need to tell myself. I need to order a swimsuit and actually wear it. I also made a popsicle element, which I love. This is so big you could probably make a mini journal out of this too. That would be pretty cool. But it has like some candies, some space related candies inside of it, and it has like the wood design on the popsicle stick. And this is what I did with the roller skate elements. I actually gave it to an alien girl, and she's enjoying Earth and discovering roller skating, and she's just happy as pie. And her hair is adorable and fluffy and curly, and she has this cute folksy A-line dress, and she's got a little bracelet too and bows. And she's just so happy, and her sun and moon friend is happy for her that she's having a good time. And I have her by herself in a smaller popsicle element, and this journaling card here is shrunk down from the pattern page. And yeah, I just have this image in different like color backgrounds, just a lot of variety, so you can do a lot of different things with it. She's by herself there. And lastly, I have this cute tag, Alien Girl Summer. Instead of Hot Girl Summer, it's Alien Girl Summer. They really are here to discover and to appreciate all the things we take for granted. And she's got her swim cap on, and she's just excited to go swimming. So that's the collection for this month, and I hope you guys like it. I can't wait to cut them all out and start using them. So this is my May journal, and this month I got I think a cereal box cover or some kind of cardstock cover, and basically collaged on top of it using painted papers, scraps, and a lot of my elements from the last few months. These flowers and leaves, the rainbow, these leaves, the sun, and the alien girl drinking coffee out of a strawberry mug. Those are all from my previous Patreon collage sheets. So I covered everything with Mod Podge, so it's very smooth and it doesn't really peel away that much. And I just reinforce it with a little bit of fabric and use some cord there, and did like a 1, 2, 3, it looks like a 5-hole, I think, pamphlet stitch. And yeah, I used more than I did last month, but I still have leftover pages, which I'm not happy about that, but it's only a few. Okay, so I'm going to go through this now. I also offered these little cutouts in my Patreon, and just stamped, the month, and, just rhymed it with Bay, because I love calling people that. I have some thrifted fabric, and so I made tabs, but I came up with the idea to put like enamel pins on the tabs. That's just one way that you can show off your collection if you have a lot of these pins, which I don't, but I want to collect them one day. So I lined the inside with some painted paper that I had, and this is a spell pocket that I got from Megan in the Moon. I just love her stuff because she sends like a lot of like celestial and like space, cosmic kind of happy mail, and she sends these like beautiful herb mixes that smell so delicious and are so calming. And she sends a little oh gosh, what do you call it, intention that she has for you. So if she has well wishes for you, she puts it together in like an herb mix and makes a sigil symbol of, what she wishes for us, whether it be protection or creativity. So I suggest visiting her, and she's got a lot of mixed media tips and stuff, which are awesome. I learn a lot from her. So she's Megan in the Moon. And this page is just a piece of scrapbook paper, and then I used one of my digitals. I have this a few months back. If you become a patron, you can have access to all the previous months, and I started in April. So I have 3 collage kits up, and they're very vast and have a ton of stuff for you. So this is a little journaling card, and I just stamped "This journal belongs to Jen," and that I always do that on every journal. So this month was crazy. I tried to do this Fauxbonichi style weeks layout. I only did it 1 week because the month got pretty hectic. But basically I wrote the time span, and this is like a vintage children's page with some flowers that I made. That's in my collage kit. And just briefly discussed what happened each day. And then on the following pages, I just journal more about what happened on these days, because then at the end of the week, I usually print pictures off. So here I just, I was still keeping track of what happened on what day. And here I took pictures of some creations I made using Crayola markers and twistables. And I really came up with cute stuff. And I have a cool video on that, a couple videos back, on how you can make some beautiful like watercolor and alcohol ink effects with just some Crayola markers. And I put one of my smiley faces here, smiley face flower ones, and a rainbow here. And this picture is just some art that I came up with using like junk mail advertisements to make like a master board, and then cut out some old folk art from Pennsylvania. It's like a book, like an art museum type book, and put them, you know, on the art piece. And yeah, it says these were made from junk mail advertisements. And I love this page here. This was from a science book I found at the thrift store, and it's like lithograph, or I can't really remember. I never looked it up, but it's a printing process. It's really cool. And I put, on this day, I got some Crayola twistables because I've been loving using the Crayola super tips. I actually made some cute art with them. I used them to go on the back of found words and phrases. Oh, yeah, that's an example right here. So I used the art and made it as like a background for some found phrases. And so I also offered that on my Patreon. So I give a lot of like stuff. Okay, I also posted a mental health story time on my Patreon. I was very nervous, but people appreciated it. And on this page, I journaled about my son, and I used the little flower sunglasses that I made on one of my collage sheets. And the idea is that you can cut out the silhouette of your loved ones and put them in the glasses, like that's what you're looking at, that's the reflection. And I used some Collage Club images. She has a few boy images, and so, you know, I used that for him. And just made a little journal card out of scrapbook paper. This was from junk mail, so I just cut that out. And this is one of my days on my Patreon, and this is Pocket Journal Pam number. And on the back, I lined it with February and June collage journal cards. I totally love her stuff. I back all my journaling cards with her stuff. So on this day, my son asked me to come to my office, and he had hacked my computer to be able to play a Nintendo 3DS game. He had my monitor on, the laptop lifted up, and his phone showing my start screen. I love how he doesn't beg for games and consoles, but tries to figure out how to do lots of stuff on his own and for free. He's so cool. Yeah, he's like a computer hacker. It's crazy, and he's only 11. Just turned 11. This page I dedicated to Megan in the Moon's Happy Mail. She gave me this beautiful postcard print of a work she did. Let me make sure you can see this. Okay. And I paired it with this Alice in Wonderland, because Alice in Wonderland is kind of, to me, is like magical, kind of trippy. I just backed these pages with some of the collage sheets that she gave me. She gave me some really pretty, drippy, painty papers. And so I just layered that on and added some tissue paper. And I actually printed out some pictures of the Happy Mail. It's kind of meta, because a lot of the Happy Mail is here, like this thing. But yeah, I took a picture of her note for me and the whole kit that she created. She created like a scrapbook paper and folded it in such a cool way to hold ephemera. And she gave me this black tag. On this day, I got beautiful magical mail from Megan in the Moon. So good to know her. She's witchy, and she makes amazing mixed media. I love learning from her. Her handmade tarot card video is an instant classic. Okay, And I have her lovely note here and a picture of the herbs she sent me. And she sent me this real cool spacey like vellum kind of paper, so that was cool. And I put one of my old collage moons on here and a star from my collage sheets on my Patreon. So I think around this time is when the family started to get sick, and I use a pocket journal Pam cat that says I feel under the weather, and it's cool. It worked out because the Cheshire cat is on the other side. And just use scrapbook paper and some wax pastel or wax crayon there. And this is February and June's number, and that's my day and my swan. I thought she looked cute with this orange flower. So this is a flip out here. And we watched this Studio Ghibli movie, The Secret World of Arrietty, and the kids really liked that. And you can tip it out and see the vintage flower book page I have. And just put some scrap here, just stapled it. And when you flip it, I use some of my journal prompts that I have on my Patreon. This had me shook today, and that is my daughter actually sleeping like during the day. So this is when she first got sick, and I had to take a picture of her sleeping because I don't ever see that. And I used one of my cards from Mother's Day month, and she says, "I'm the baby, gotta love me." That's from Dinosaurs, like that 90s show. But yeah, it's a baby alien, and she's my youngest, so she's my baby. And I wrote, "She never takes naps, she's a baby again." And this is one of my found words, private horrors, because she was really sick and vomiting and stuff. And this is one of Lydia's journaling cards, which I absolutely love. Millie vomited in the early morning and then had a 104 temperature. I'm so sick of all of us being sick. Poor thing, sick for 5 days. So yeah, it's just been a really bad month. This page, I did a little, what do you call it, flip out or tip in or something. This is a vintage children's book page, and kind of crayoned over the words. And this is some scrap that Lydia from February and June sent me in some Happy Mail. She did a lot of like hand painted papers, and she made this really cute take what you need little tabs, and I just thought that was so creative. And I ripped one out just to display like it's a take a tab or whatever. You can do anything you dream of. I thought that was really inspiring. So she has all these other inspirational tags you can rip out, and I just backed it with some of the handmade pattern paper that she sent me. So I just thought that was cool. She's very creative and always thinking of something new every month. And I just used some paint pens to add more texture on the back. And she sent a little shaker card here, and it's all out of recycled material, so I loved that. And I just took a picture of the mail, which it's on the mail, so it's very meta. I don't know why I did that. And this is something she made, a handmade piece of art, and I backed it with some cards that she sent me. I think she wrote a note on the back. I don't know why I covered it up. Maybe I just like remembered what it said or something. I don't know. But yeah, I backed it with that. And yeah, she made this envelope that she sent the mail in. You can see the stamps right here. And she circled, I think she did some poetry, some found poetry. And I can still add stuff in here, but I don't have anything in there. Yeah, and so this is, oh, she made this little collage card, and she made it like a postcard on the back and wrote me a nice message there. And so this is Saturday the 7th. On this day, Millie and I were still sick, but Zach was able to get the kids to help pick up the yard because we borrowed the town dump truck. Berlin loved playing on it. She played outside on it a lot by herself. Lid sent me my Patreon Happy Mail today. Such a treat opening it. B told me when she gets a car, she's going to take me to an art museum and Starbucks for Mother's Day. She said we'd have Oreos in the middle console. She's so cute. She's turned 9 this year, and that's her playing on the dump truck. And yeah, this, I just start to journal about Mother's Day, and this is a card, an art card that Megan and the Moon sent me. And yeah, and these are some flowers and little border things that another dear friend sent. And then I just stamped out, I actually used my Sharpie marker to ink up my stamps, and then just stamped out Mellow Mushroom because I couldn't find my black ink pad. Yeah, so I just added some, you know, marks and flower element from my digitals and some of Lydia's stuff, and just put a little bit of bright paint on here, and yeah, just use some new washi tape I got. I also punched a hole in this and did a little pink reinforcer and put some of this eyelash trim that my friend sent me. Okay, and this is the back of the postcard that Megan and the Moon sent me. And this is our day at Mellow Mushroom getting pizza for Mother's Day. And I just used one of the elements I made of a mom and holding her little alien baby. Oh, I never did put this in, but this is part of the menu from Mellow Mushroom. So I meant to maybe like tip it in here, you know, or at least reinforce it with something stronger so I could tip it in. But yeah, I didn't get to that. And this is one of my tags I made, again, for my Patreon, and you can write little stuff on there. And I said Mother's Day was nice and stress-free, and I made my husband do the dishes. Oh, Berlin filled out this worksheet at school without mentioning me. So there's like, it's an all about me page, and she wrote, I am 9 years old. These are the people in my family, Jackson, Millie, Daddy. And she didn't include me, and I thought it was hilarious. And she said it's because she ran out of room. So I just thought it was cute and funny. Megan and the Moon sent me this card, and I really like it. It says, I love and approve of myself. And I just, you know, put some hidden pictures, one of my daughter eating her lunch, and this big Cosmic Karma pizza we got, which is so delicious. And yeah, and then there's just back some tissue paper, you know, my thing that I like to do, and just some paper tape and some new washi tape I got. And my friend Stacy sent me this little sticker that's made by a student at her school, and I just love kids art. So, and I drew like a little flower with some Neocolor crayons that are water soluble, and like wet them down a little bit. And my daughter's 9, so I have this little ephemera piece, and she made me a coupon book, and I already cashed in on the Make Me Breakfast one, so I thought that was cute to put in here. And there's a picture of her at Mellow Mushroom. Yeah, so I just added different collage elements. So I'll put that back there. And this was like a black and white spread. This vintage flower book, and then some black and white scrapbook paper. So I just kept with the black and white, and then added just a little bit of color. And these are Lydia's painty papers, and it's kind of cool because I put some, I think I watered down some of those Neocolor crayons, and like they dried by putting color on this other side, so that's kind of cool. And I just used a stamp. I have this stamp with quotes and lines on it, and I have a couple pictures of my husband, and I just outlined them with paint marker. And I put, sometimes when Zach is home doing work from his office, our shed, he'll come with me to pick up the kids. He was cute today in his work shirt. He made calls. Why is it always relaxing when other people are on the phone? I asked this question on my Instagram, and I think 17 people said they agreed with me, and then 20 something people were like, nah, I haven't had that, but that's cool. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, if I'm driving and someone is making a phone call in the car, like, it relaxes me for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's like some kind of ASMR thing. I don't know. But I don't know. I think it's because the attention's not on me or something, and I get to like eavesdrop a little bit on something else. I have no idea what it is. On this next spread, the school had like a day where they had performances, and they had like an outdoor food trucks and stuff like that. And my son sang a song, and he was in the program. And so actually all the kids were in a program, but not all of them performed, just my son. So I kind of wrote in between the verses of the song, and I put the girls rehearsed these songs for weeks, but Berlin got sick and could not go to the spring fling. She was devastated. Millie was in between illnesses and attended but refused to perform. She said she just wanted to be in the audience. Jackson made it and performed his 2 songs. Yeah, and my husband just said it was really hot and there wasn't much to drink. And yeah, Millie had this coconut Rice Krispie treat, and yeah, and I was able to create like a YouTube video while they went, I guess. And I just put some of my new washi tapes I got, and some Dollar Tree stickers. And then on this page I have another one of the programs for my other daughter. And what did I do with this one? Oh yeah, I highlighted their names and put LOL, Millie refused to perform. She stayed in the crowd. And I put Lydia's painted papers on the back. I just collaged all of it just to make them into little cards. And I put them in this tuck spot and put some new washi tape there. And on this page, this is like a rocket page about like astronauts and stuff. I just thought it was so pretty with the yellow and blue. And I just took a picture of one of the guided journal projects that I do on my Patreon. And I made these cute prayer flag type things for decorating journals. I made a video for my Patreon members. Need to come up with a new cool idea for the month of June. I'm thinking about origami like a fish, because you can put a secret inside of the mouth. I don't know if I'm going to do that this month. I have another idea. And then this page is about, I think, my son's birthday. And he took a selfie of himself with his phone, so I was able to print that out. So this is around my son's birthday. He turned 11. He's so big and huge. And my friend Stacy sent me this little cutout thing, so I backed it with some of my art. And this is a little piece from the thing that we bought him. We bought him this like retro computer, like really small one, and he can design pixel art on it. He can DJ, he can record his voice, he can play games on it. It does all kinds of stuff. So yeah, so yeah, I originally had this little piece, the really cute boy on here, so I said, oh, I'll use this for my son's birthday. So I got a picture of the birthday table set up and his cake, and I used some Tim Holtz sentiments here, throw kindness around like confetti. He is a really sweet boy, so that matches his personality, and confetti because it's his birthday. And back here I used some of those cheap paint sticks that I got from Michael's, the kids paint sticks, and they dry and it's not rubbing off at all, so I like using that as a background. And these balloon animals came from Dollar Tree. And you flip that and you can see another picture of him. I put Jackson turned the big 11 this year on May 26th. He is such a big and good kid. He has started to be pretty trolly to his sisters lately, but he's sweet and loves them. We got him a cute retro computer, pixel art device, and I already told you that. He's been recording himself making funny noises, and he's laughing his butt off at it, so he enjoyed it. And this is a spread dedicated to I See Aliens Everywhere. She makes clay jewelry, and she includes so much stuff in her packagings that I could fill a whole spread in my journal. So this is like the earring card that the earrings came in, and then she left a card that says, please you leave a review. She included this free sticker. She decorated the packaging with this sticker, and then she also included these, which I think comes from like one of those little laser printers. And she has a how to care for your clay earrings instructions. She has a business card that is glittery, and it has this thing on it. I forgot what those are called. And this was what the earring card looked like. And I glued some of the receipt on the back of it. And I said Instagram can be pretty annoying sometimes with all the targeted ads they have now, but I was happy to see a sponsored ad from this small creator. The prices were so good for polymer clay UFO earrings. Love them, and all the packaging. Yeah, and then she had this really cool scratch card that reveals a discount that you can use. I just thought that was so clever, all this packaging, and this tape was used on the box. So just so much packaging, so much. So I thought that's cool. And the green tissue paper came with it too. And on this page, I have a tuck spot here, and I put some tissue paper down and put one of my flowers and leaves on here and new washi tape. I did get some paint on here. This is one of my journaling tags and one of my die cuts, and I just glued it together. I thought that was kind of a neat thing. And on the back I have an old picture of one of my daughters that's just been floating around, and it's messed up, but I couldn't bear to like let go of it. So it says here, I ask her to stop growing, and she responds, I cannot stop. And I wrote, I think she really would if she could. This is an old picture. So yeah, this is one of the found phrases that I have on my Patreon. I thought that was perfect. And this is another one I have, and it's accept this and accept that she's growing. And I put she's growing like a rocket, and I meant to say she's shooting up like a rocket, you know, because she's just so tall. And there's a rocket picture here with like really cool instructions on how to make one at home. And yeah, I just have pictures of her here. She made an outfit out of plastic grocery bags, and she's standing by a tree that they've stood by since they were really little. I mean, she really was like a waddling toddler on this tree, so I had her get on there again. And yeah, so this page I used a lot of those paint stick things. They look like gelatos, but they're for kids, or tempera paint sticks, and they're really awesome. I have some Dollar Tree stickers here, the butterfly, these flowers, and I took a picture of a this Caran d'Ache Neocolor crayon kit. That's the water soluble one, and one of my patrons bought it for me, and I just could not get over how kind that was. I was shocked, just completely taken aback, and that made me so happy. I don't know how to even explain. I feel like I don't deserve it really, but I've wanted these for so long, and she sent them to me from Amazon, so I'm very thankful. Yeah, and so on this day, my friend, another patron, sent me some happy mail, and I'm just like, what's up with this? They're sending me mail, you know, and they pay me to send them mail, so I just like can't get over the kindness, and so thank you very much. So I just wrote about it on the back on one of Lydia's journaling cards, and then used some new washi tape I got from Pip Sticks. And this is me showing that I got all my happy mail for May done for my patrons, and I sent it off that day. Yeah, and I made sure to get a lot of variety of stamps. I couldn't last time because my post office was sold out. But yeah, I used a variety of stamps this time. And this is when, oh, this is sad. This is when my daughter had to go, we had to take her to the ER because she had 105 temperature. So, you know, I was just taking some pictures, documenting the day, and just so I can remember that she was strong and brave and she made it through. And this is one of Lydia's bugs, and my daughter just is in love with this, and she thinks it's so adorable. And I put one of her hospital bracelets on here, but I used Fabri-Tac and it like discolored it, you know. I put poor Millie had been sick for weeks and had a fever that wouldn't let up. Finally, one morning she was vomiting with 105-degree fever. Zach's back was out, so Mommy had to take her to the local hospital in Beaufort. We were there for so long until about 3 p.m. They told us she would have to get her appendix taken out. I was so scared. Her white blood cell count was too high. They made her get into an ambulance by herself and had me meet her in Charleston because the surgeons were there. Luckily, you know, she didn't have to have her appendix taken out. So, but yeah, that was a big traumatic situation. So, but I colored this page with those tempera sticks, put some tissue paper from Dollar Tree, and put one of Lydia's die cuts. She made this really adorable lion. And I just used Tim Holtz stickers because I need to use those up. It says, "You're all I had hoped to find in every single way." I just love her so much. And this is her falling asleep that day. And this is when we got to the bigger hospital. And I put the room we spent the majority of the time in at MUSC in South Carolina. And I tipped in the chopsticks because I had to get sushi that night because there was nothing else available. So I got like a box of sushi. It's a whole mess. I have the whole story on my Patreon. So if you want to know what happened, the details are there. So this is Lydia's work here, her rainbows and her bed. She's got a bed, you know, and I put, we just wanted to go home. We really did. And this is kind of cool. Don't tell me I taped this shut. Oh, goodness sake. What? Okay, I messed that up big time. I tipped in my chopsticks on this page, which I wasn't planning on doing. I totally forgot. But this is a piece of art that I made with the Crayola markers and the twistables, and you can open it up and there's more pictures of my daughter. That's when she's finally detached from the heart monitor and everything, and we're waiting to be discharged at this point. Thank goodness she didn't have to have surgery. Luckily, it was just a kidney infection, but caught in time, and it was treatable. This is her when she was finally unhooked, and she really was sick of being stuck in the bed. She really wanted to see the pretty view we had. She pointed out how small everything was. We made up stories about cars and trucks and people we saw. We pointed out all the FedEx trucks. And then you open it and it's this page, this sticker puzzle that the hospital gave her when she arrived on the ambulance and she was by herself. So I just, you know, journaled more on that page, and I included some more pictures of the hospital. They had an aquarium like in the wall, and you could see through the wall to like the cafe on the other side. So the hospital had an aquarium tank in the wall. And then you close that back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. And on the next page, I just have more ephemera from the hospital, and I have her other hospital tag, and I have a Starbucks sleeve here, and a picture of her going to the kids' playroom, which was phenomenal. And she loves this picture that Lydia drew of a girl dinosaur. And this sticker is from Megan in the Moon, and so is that washi tape. And this is one of my pieces where the stars are angels, the star babies are angels, and yeah. And I put pictures of the view, and I put, this was the view in our hospital room. I could see the full moon move all the way across the panoramic window each time I woke up. It was like the moon was telling me everything would be okay. When Millie got better, we made up stories about the cars and the people. Yeah, I had already wrote that. And this spread is dedicated to my other daughter. She attended all the activities at the school in the last week. They had dress up day, wacky Wednesday. They had a color run. And yeah, I put, this is one of my found phrases, tick tock, and I'm using it to signify that it's the ending of school. And I just decorated with a bunch of new washi tapes, and this little cat is from Collage Club, and I think it's like a tomboyish image, and that's her. That's exactly her, and she's really like kind of like defiant a little bit. and you know, wants to wear boy clothes and loves sports and stuff. So this is a picture of her after the color run, and she's got all the you know, powder on her. And I put a no rules sticker that I got from Dollar Tree, and this is funny. And this is Pocket Journal Pam, You Are Special, cat. And that's also from Cat Collage Club. And on this, I just tipped in a postcard that I got from Moo, which is the company that I went through to order my postcards, and they came out in really good quality. And so I glued down the die cut version of what's on the postcard and drew a flower on it and journaled about it with a white pen. And these are like 3-dimensional stickers from Dollar Tree. And on the back, I put a little piece from a patron that she sent me, and it's really inspirational thing from like a calendar. And this is just another thing that came in with the Moo box, and I just put it in because I kind of like the colors here. And I matched up one of the washi tapes that the patron Stacy sent me, and used this Dollar Tree butterfly. I thought that was cute. And this is from Lydia. And just put random stickers inside the postcard. I didn't really know what to do with this, but here it is. And on this page, yeah, it's getting kind of hard to journal in here. I put pictures of things that fellow creators did to acknowledge me online, and I wrote, I can't believe that I have so many friends on Instagram that are so sweet to me. Lydia put a quote of mine in her journal here, and Stacy also made a cover with some of my digitals and posted the picture online, which is right here. This is her May journal here. And then Crystal at Heart Musings with Crystal, she was having fun with her Stabilo sticks, and I made her make an alien for me. And she did so good. I love all the colors she used. They're perfect. So I used a lot of stickers from Dollar Tree. All of these things are from Dollar Tree, all the stickers. And then I used scrapbook paper and some painted paper. And this is like the end. We're getting to the end, so I'm running out of stuff. But I just put a little scrap here that has a hole in it, and a book, or a image from Cat Collage Club. And because she and my son couldn't go to school, they were sick, we made signs for the teachers. It says, have a good summer and thank you to the school. And they kind of held them out of the window, and you know, some of the teachers and the director of the school saw it and thought it was cute. And on this page, I just did random collage, put some of my work on here, like matched up the colors. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're getting towards the end of it here. And this is just documenting my daughter recovering. It has taken so long for us to get better. I still have some kind of sinus infection going on. These are the days when Millie got back from the hospital. She ended up getting the flu in addition to her kidney infection. When she got her appetite back, she made a strawberry cream cheese bagel with strawberries, and she made me one, and it's a little face. And so I was finally able to use my strawberry collage pieces from April. And this is a big card from February and June. This is her collage work here. And just some few floating things left over. I just talked about the shows that we've watched. Zach and I have been watching a bunch of shows together since Twin Peaks. Like, we watched the final season of Twin Peaks. This month we watched Lost and Snowpiercer. So definitely comment below if you've seen any of those shows. Twin Peaks, Lost, or Snowpiercer. They're excellent shows. And this was just an image I caught. The DoorDash person took a picture to, I guess, prove that they dropped off the food, and they got our dog in the picture. I thought that was really cute, so I put that in there. Yeah, so then I just have these few pages left, and I'm not gonna really fill them in at all, so I'm kind of frustrated with that and how it gets so bumpy at the end. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try out a binder ring journal next, and we will see how that goes with this monthly journal process. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to reach a homeostasis soon. I don't know if that's going to happen because the kids are home now for summer, and I'm not finding a lot of time to jump on the camera. So you guys let me know if you're going through that and how you've dealt with that. I would love to have your tips. And this is also a little journaling charm that I made for my $20 tier patrons, and it's a personalized laminated charm, and it has a patterned back in case it like flips, it doesn't look odd. And it says, "This journal belongs to Jenny May June," and I put everybody's name on theirs and sent them out. So if you're interested, the link will be below, guys. And I hope you guys are having a good week, and I hope everybody is healthy and safe. Thanks for watching, guys. Just remember, you are creative. You just got to go for it. You got to do it. Thanks, guys. Until next time. Bye.